I want to feel your hair right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing and breathing to that ground, but each and every time we all stand up, stop like to yourself and me, true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's jam it out. You will feel love, but not like by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to see you here right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the soul that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to them tomorrow. Don't cry back and let it be. You give me strength and give me pain. To take me darkness, let's fall yeah, all in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Dahnan castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late. It's a duel of the arts! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason.
No choice! You're mine!
Lightning condense!
Dragon Form!
Reload! Eagle assault!
Strike! Double Demon Fang!
Their hide is thick as armor!
Here I come! You're finished!
We got the advantage. All back in their defenses.
Glad you have your uses.
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Do it!
Demon Fang!
Sion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
In an instant! Impact block!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't.
What's this thing?
This will be a delicious piece of cake! Where are you going?
Try harder! Take this! It's over! Come one, come all!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form! You got fire!
I got this! Let him learn I can handle it!
It's all yours!
We got the advantage.
Good! Just have to make sure we keep it.
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
You're finished!
Burning strike!
Dragon Form!
Radiant storm!
Do it! Him up!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I've been doing really great lately.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
Get lost!
Take this! Double demon fang!
Now you see what I can do!
Corruption! Tempest!
Double demon fang! Dragon force!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done.
My fists are crushing it out there!
An opponent like this should be easy.
They're all
Now
coming
you see what
after
I
me.
can do!
I'm coming, Linwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. Astral raging cascade. Corruption. Now, frozen.
Hammer!
Water. Hear my
that!
call.
I'll stop its charge!
Hear my call. Thank you, Sarah.
It's over!
Flame of Titan.
You seem smelly to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me!
You're mine!
Eagle assault!
Now.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Dahnan ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already! This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
What's with that shining foe?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! It's over!
In a bind?
Damn it! Double demon fang!
Watch this!
Dragon form! Double
We're in the
demon
home
fang!
stretch, guys. What you say?
Eyes on the
Now!
prize!
That focus goes double for you, Rob.
Me? Come on, you do that!
Here! Astral energy! Full throttle! Dance to the wind!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Double demon
Do it,
fang!
Rob! Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Hey, new equipment! An opponent like this should be easy.
I'll smash you!
I'm not done!
Hit it!
Double demon blade!
Do it!
Here! Astral energy! Full throttle!
It's time! Here I go! Blue!
Glacial
Double
Spear!
demon blade! Swallow blade!
Photon Blaze!
All back in their defense!
Lag behind your
Demon
uses!
fang! Take this!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
Finally, some open space again.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Ready to go?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Guess I misread the landing. An opponent like this should be easy. No further!
Double Demon Fang! Water Blade! Double Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished!
Do it! Lost! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
This could be useful.
Lost! I never miss! If it's in the sky, you'll land! I do! By the
Water Blade!
Water!
Slide!
Just getting started! Supernova!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Pick up flyers!
I've got this! Now, let him marksman! Frozen! Hammer! Lightning condemned!
I'm not done!
Electric! By the
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Now I'm in the
We won that by a mile!
An opponent like this should be
Now you
easy.
see what I can do!
Here I come!
Talon Hurricane!
Double Demon, come and face me!
I'll finish you here and now!
Raging
Double
Hurricane!
Demon
Do it! Lost!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
I'll finish you here and now!
Wind Astral Energy!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Thunder Field!
I'll
Blade.
smash you!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Double
Now!
Demon Fang!
Astral Energy! Full throttle! Go! Photon Blast! By the power of Talon Storm!
Here I come! Double Demon
Yeah.
Fang! Remember!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Step back! This one's all law!
Guess I misread the landing. There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Zaphon lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions till after we manage to finish this thing!
Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Talon Storm!
Freeze Lancer! Go for the weak point!
Talon Hurricane!
Try this!
Glimmer Dragon!
Got it! Now's our chance! Can't be
Double
swirled!
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Lunar Corruption!
Now you see what I can. I'm on a roll now!
By the power of water!
Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
Rip and tear!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk and more doing! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hear me! Photon Blast!
Crush! Double Demon Fang!
Glacial spear! Piercing blow! Dance in the wind! They're not playing around! Does this help?
I'll tear you apart!
Healing circle!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Annihilation! Wind astral energy! Dance in the wind! Annihilation! Air
Can't
thrust!
get out of this!
Mega ray!
I'm on double demon blade! Hurricane! Let's tear him up! Eagle assault! Ignite!
Water! Hear my call!
Here I come! Crush!
Enemies incoming!
I'm on and we'll take them down!
Freeze
Take this!
laser!
Armor won't save you! It's over!
Tempest Whirl! I'll heal you all! Photon dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Thanks! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Hey, look!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
The enemy is going all out!
More pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Much better. It's over!
Dance in the healing circle! In here!
I owe you one.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Now, let me help! Astral energy!
Say no more.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niez.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shion's not scary at all.
Alphen.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Niez for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dahna. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Dahnans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Dahnans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right! I can't wait!
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Baython over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadheim has in store for Almeidrea. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed when they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said...
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
These must be the Danans the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadheim would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well... Is that...
Yes. It's Lord Almeidrea Kynaris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice? Astral energy? Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen!
Just...
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell. I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people! Why did you... Why, Law?
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor. Rearranging life and death to form new hellish compositions. That is what I do best. Now behold!
Law, I'm...
Sorry for almost blowing me up? Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay.
Double Demon Fang! No further! Double Demon Fang! It's on!
Raging
Aim for the weak spot! Ignite!
Whirlwind Smash! Mega Ray!
Here I come! I'm not done!
That freaking does it! I'm on it!
Here's a healing heart! First aid!
I owe you one.
Come on, roll now!
Thunder Blade!
Take this! Crumble! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
Flame! Reload! I
strike.
never miss!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Let me help.
Double Demon Fang!
First aid!
Swallow Blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Lunar Corruption!
Double Demon Fang!
Lunar
Watch
Blast!
this!
No time
Prepare to
for
be
it.
seized!
Dance in the wind!
I'm not done! Try harder!
Energy!
Now! Take this! Double Demon Fang!
freaking does it.
Dragon Swarm!
Done!
No escape!
Healing Circle!
Thanks!
Now I'm in the groove! That freaking does it!
It's on! First strike! Ignite!
That freaking does it!
Dragon Here I come!
Will this help?
Double Demon Fang!
You hear it now?
Try harder! Now!
Healing Circle!
No escape!
I can carve through
I owe you one.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Sword!
Here's evil!
Eagle Fly! Wobble! Here I go! Golden Sword!
In here! First aid!
I owe you one.
I'm on it!
Annihilation! Here! Primed and ready! Do
Double
it!
Demon Fang! More!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! First strike! Here I come! You're mine! Talon Hurricane! Changing
Where are
tactics!
you? There's no telling what it'll do. Stay focused now. I'll be saving this one.
You're
Here's the
mine!
healing
I'm
arm.
on!
Not today!
First aid!
Thanks.
More where that came from. Here goes.
Here I come!
Lunar Colossus!
Double Demon Fang!
No further! You're finished!
Whirlwind Double Demon Fang!
Hands in the wind! Air thrust!
Tail's a problem.
Then let's focus there first.
Mega ray! Annihilation!
Talon Hurricane!
Raging
Dragon
Sword!
Sword!
Tunnel!
Double Demon Fang! I'll finish you here and
Hear
now!
my call!
Talon Hurricane!
Champion
Eagle
Sword!
Fly!
Ready, hear my call!
This isn't looking good.
Raging
Swallow
Sword!
Dance!
Burning
Swallow Blade!
I'll be saving this one! Freeze Lancer! More where that came from! Here, let me help! My astral energy!
I owe you one.
Now I'm in the groove! Here I come! Anything in armor is all mine! Quarter Blade! Now armor won't save you!
Lightning Orb! More where that came from!
It's over!
Dance in the wind! Never miss!
You're done!
In here!
Eat dirt!
More projectile pile! More
You're mine! Here we go again!
Radiant Punch! Get him! Oh, and
I'll tear you apart!
in here! I'll be saving this one!
I owe you
Too
one.
much to handle?
Swallow Blade! Dragon Sword!
Shield! Look! Lunar Corruption!
Go again!
By the power of water!
Talon Sword! Take this!
Reload! Photon Blast! More with that healing wall! Healing Circle!
I owe you one.
Tunnel! Graviton Field!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Gale Force! Dance in the wind!
Here I come! This
Not
one's
on
all
my
mine!
watch! Healing Circle!
That's the spot! Double Demon Fang!
This one!
Watch this! It was nice while it
Tunnel!
lasted!
Reload!
You're mine!
Lightning Condemned!
You're finished!
Thunderblade! I'm ready!
Eat this! Inferno Turret!
Oh, it's you! Capture!
That's
Mega
the
Ray!
spot!
Annihilation! Here comes Radiant Dragon Shell! I'm out of the wind!
Ignite!
With Xion! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almeidrea got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almeidrea's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Dahnans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseth and Ganabelt were horrible, but Almeidrea makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do.
I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shionne. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Beifan, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing, but now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almeidrea who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Dahnan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Dahnan?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
This shall suffice. Please.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
A
dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now... This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Dahnans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Dahnans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different, though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shionne mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shionne's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Me much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Going in!
Now!
Take him!
Here! Lunar corruption!
I got
This one!
Strike! Double Demon Fang!
Here! Now! Burning strike!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Go no further!
I can carve through rock!
Do I see him?
Roll now!
We're not finished!
Do it! On astral energy!
Say no more!
Radiant light! Here!
Fallen Storm!
Double Demon Fang!
We can really make weapons with this?
Huh?
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Gotta break through! Double Demon Fang!
Talon Storm!
Lunar corruption!
Swallow
Geo
Blade!
Force!
You're mine!
Gemini Alpha! Do it! These can astral energy!
Say no more!
Anything in armor
You're
is all
mine!
mine!
Searing flame!
Double
Reload!
Demon
Lightning
Fang!
orb! Lightning condemn! Radiant
Do it!
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
A comfortable win.
What's this thing? An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you see what I can do!
My shield? Double Demon Fang! We're not finished! Take down the defenses!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Swallow Blade!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Right, here goes! Bring her down! Okay, burn it all! Here I come! Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Anything, I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
Not on my watch!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Trio between blade and fist.
Astral energy!
You're finished!
Raging cascade! Burning steel!
Take this!
I'll be saving this
Double
world!
Demon Fang!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Skyway
Double Demon Fang!
More with that now!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Dawn!
You got courage through water! My shield! Double Demon Fang! We're not finished!
Do it! Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
I won't forgive you!
Got you now!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Take
this! You'll have no mercy!
A rebel!
Smash you!
You're finished! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust!
Take this!
Double Demon Fang!
Here's
Blade!
Freeze Lantern!
Double Demon Fang!
Astral energy! Eagle Frost! Lightning! Downfall!
Now
This one's all mine!
Glacial spear! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
A comfortable win.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Double Demon Fang!
Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning
Take this! Double Demon
Fang!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! There! Eat this! Go!
Here I come!
Eat there! More with that kick! Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Legion challenge me.
Yeah!
And
Double Demon Fang!
not on my watch!
Here I come!
I'm on a roll now!
Here I come! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A comfortable win.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Out of our way!
I'll smash you!
My
We're not finished! I'll finish you here!
I think that's shield astral energy!
Say no more!
Whirlwind snap!
Lunar corruption!
Here I come!
Lunar
Dragon
blast!
Swarm!
Back into the fray!
Now!
Raging storm!
You're
Fray!
finished!
Razor cyclone!
Double Demon Fang!
On your knees!
First strike!
Reload! Lightning condemn! Top shield!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm all stuffed up! Mega raging cascade!
Talon Hurricane!
Dance in the wind! Lunar corruption!
Double Demon Fang!
Wild!
Blow away!
Double
Do it,
Demon Fang!
Dopaline!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Little help!
Here I come!
Glacial Spear!
Double
Here's
demon
evil!
blade!
I never miss!
You're finished!
Here's evil! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
I won't forgive you!
Now you'll learn! It's over! Double demon fang! Watch it!
No! Take this!
Damn it!
I won't show you any mercy!
Burn it out! Do it! You're mine! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! You're mine!
Smash you! I'll finish you here and now! Now I'm real mad!
Dragon shout!
If it's in the sky, it's
Double
mine!
demon fang!
I'll tear you apart!
Crush! Slash! Stardust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Radiant
Eat
Pierce!
this! Dragon shout!
Crush! Double demon fang! Dragon swarm!
Healing Circle!
Thank you.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Dance in the wind!
This one keeps
Inhale.
charging up!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon swarm! Double demon fang!
Thunderblade! Annihilation!
Take this!
Do it! Here's a healing arc! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidrea may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea. What's this thing?
Here goes!
Armor won't save you!
Down!
Where's my finish?
Do it! Goblin!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Glacial Spear! Pierce
Fire!
it!
Come up! Strike! Double Fever! Whirlwind Snap! Do it! Lock! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Go no further!
You got damage!
It's over!
Damage finished!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Lightning! Hurricane! Double Demon Fang! Do it! Lock! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here I come!
Honesty one, eh?
Take this!
Take my revenge on you!
We're not finished!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Here goes! Air thrust!
You're finished!
Light act now! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Don't get complacent.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
No choice! Take this!
It's
over!
Burning
Fire!
Hear my call!
You're mine! It's over! Turbo Demon Fang!
Get to the wind! In here! Eat this! I'll run you!
Watch this!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Burn!
You're mine!
I'm not done! Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Could have been worse.
I won't forgive you!
I'll smash you!
The rebels might shield us! We're not finished!
Now! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Dance to the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
Here and now!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar Thunder!
Double Demon Fang!
Take
this!
You're finished! Ready and ready!
Eagle Fly! Double Demon Fang!
Air thrust! Photon blast! Dance to the
Double
wind!
Demon
You
Fang!
shouldn't mess with me!
Air
You're
thrust!
finished!
I'll teach you respect!
Double Demon Fang!
Xeon! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Don't get careless.
Go no further!
It's on!
Now you learn!
Air thrust!
what I can do!
Glacial, they really don't give up, do they?
Astral energy!
Say no more!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Do it!
Here I come!
Any injuries?
Out of our way!
Engaging! Double Demon Fang! Anything in armor is all mine! You're mine! I really owe you one. Double Demon Fang!
For what you did!
I owe you one.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Forgive you!
Here I come! Got you now! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Watch it! Your armor warp! Save you!
It has something!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Not again!
I'm on it!
Do it
Now,
like
in the sewer, these fists have got your name on them!
More where that came from!
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going?
Take this! You're finished! Dragon like that!
Here we
This one all mine!
Eat this!
Double Demon Fang! Solar Blade! Thanks! Not on your knees! You picked the wrong fight! You won't make a fool of me! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Here, let me help.
The enemy wields our skill.
You'll soon see about that. Now, astral energy.
Say no more!
I'll heal you all. Light astral energy. Healing circle.
Double Demon Fang!
There you are.
Dragon Swarm!
Hey, that. Water, hear my call.
Crash you!
Raging storm.
I'm on it! Double Demon Fang!
Here's evil.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Watch this!
It's over! This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind. In
Should
here.
have messed with me!
I'll cover more for the stockpile. Primed and ready. Raging storm.
Double Demon Fang! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
That was a little close for comfort.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Gotta break
Here,
through!
let me help.
On my lord! Eat it! Double demon fang! Eagle fly!
Raging cascade!
Here I come!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Radiant light! Here!
Where's the fang? Demon fang! Talon hurricane!
It's almost too
Double beam!
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now you'll learn! Swallow blade! Dragon
Do it! Lost!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Rolling demon! Demon fang! Here I come! Double demon fang! Do it! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. No
choice! Take this! No escape! Not today! Take this! I'm not done!
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Armor won't save you!
Go for the weak point!
In a bind?
Take this!
All good things.
I'm not done!
Glacial Spear! Pierce
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Double Demon Fang!
Talon Hurricane! Over the stockpile! I will use
Eternal Torrent!
Now I'm
You're
in the
finished!
groove.
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning
I
Orb!
really owe you
More
one.
with
You're
that!
my
Glacial
power!
Spear! Pierce Evil!
I owe you one.
Dance in the
It's
wind!
on.
Breeze
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Field!
Crumble!
Lord of the stockpile!
Dragon Shell!
Crossblade! This one's mine! Now!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Dahnan mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Dahnan Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidrea.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Mesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Swallow
Dance in the wind!
I'm not done!
Lightning condemned!
Dance for me!
Annihilation! Lightning condemned! Hear me! Flame of stern! Burning strike!
I'm on it!
Here
I'm on far enough!
Just try and run!
Flame of stern!
Everything here and now!
I'll heal you all!
Talon Hurricane! Just try!
Thank you.
You shouldn't have messed with me!
I'm on it!
Gravitar field! Mega ray!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Raging cascade! Resuscitation! Dance in the wind!
Glacial spear. Here's evil. I never miss.
Photon blast!
Here I come!
I'll heal you all!
I can carve through armor!
Lightning condemned! Arch sealed!
Right!
One more! Lightning! Still fall! Hear me!
Nothing gets
Flame of
by me
stern!
from
Raging
Double
spear!
Phoenix Fang!
Hit!
Crumble!
Tunnel!
Double Phoenix Fang!
Dragon! Dance in the wind! now.
Rolling snap!
Ignite!
Stay away!
More with that
Take this!
Sleep now. Here's a healing
Right.
art. I'll be saving this day.
I owe you one.
Here goes. More where that came from.
I'm on clock like
Champion
Bowie.
swirl.
Here I
Here
come.
goes.
Talon Hurricane!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready.
Mega Ray! That's freaking done!
Stay away from my friend! Here I come!
Lightning orb.
Double
I
demon
never
fang.
miss. Lightning
Double
attack.
fang.
Thunder
Double
blade.
demon
I'll
fang.
bring you back from death
Brimming
abyss.
with hatred.
Resuscitate.
Take this.
Not in your dreams.
Stay
Immediately
away.
come to life.
Take this! It's on!
More with that.
Burn in hell!
Come on, a roll
Here I go. One more. Radiant.
This is attack time!
Here's a healing
Take
astral
this.
energy.
Double demon fang!
Do it!
Glacial speed. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Go get him.
Take this.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Equal
Like astral energy.
They're attacking separately!
Can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her. And take out the monster first.
Thanks!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Yeah! Take it away! Come on, a roll now!
You're mine!
Raging cascade.
Here I come!
Here we go again! You will suffer!
More projectile. Raging storm. More where that came from. Lunar corruption.
You're mine!
Lunar blast.
Behold my true power!
It's bad.
Wits about you, people.
Ignite!
Hey, that feel. I never miss. Hey, look, I'll be saving this one.
Double
Here
demon
goes.
fang!
Here. More where that came from.
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before it has eternity!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts are so special. And now, they're mine! Just what the doctor ordered. Champion swirl.
Hold nothing back!
Run!
You'll pay for that!
What do we do? Oh man, what do we do? You can start by
Not
falling
now.
back and
Not
getting it
ever.
together.
Damn it, come on, not again!
Over?
Return to dust. Ready to go. Still got some fight left in me.
Crush them!
By the power
Not
of
done
water.
yet!
Radiant clear. Astral Leonard dance in the wind. Back from death in here.
Here I come!
Can't get out of this!
Double demon! Swallow blade! Dragon swarm! Double demon fang! Take this! You're mine! It's over! Here I come!
Healing circle.
It's
This
over!
one's mine. Raging storm.
Eagle God!
Thank you.
It's on!
I'll tear you
Here
apart!
Here, let me have it.
Burn!
I'll run you through! Now I'm in the groove!
You're mine!
Swallow blade! Watch this!
Lightning contained.
You will
Ghost hands in the wind. In here.
Behold my true power!
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't.
I really owe you one! Now I'm in the groove! I can carve through armor! Rinwell!
I'll never forgive you.
What?
I'll take you down. I'll end you. Astral energy, full throttle. You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Dahnan, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Dahnan or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganath Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What? come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. I... Damn it.
I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Slice! Take this! It's over! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! You're finished! Ah! Here I come! Not a chance! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Stardust! Devastation! Swallow Blade! Take this! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Swallow... Here I... Strike! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! It's over! Here I come! This one's all mine! Ah!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little... off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Huro senses an owl around here. Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Dahnans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Dahnan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Nayori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, You're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?